Hello, Sunshine. My name is Dr. Stacy N.C. Grant, international speaker, best-selling author, founder of Destiny Designers University, and the event producer of #Faithpreneur Weekend 2K18. I would like to ask you a very important question, one that I've been pondering for a while. What would you say is the real value of legacy? The legacy that you are a part of, those shoulders that you stand on, those individuals who sacrifice so much so that we could live our best life. And what about the legacy that you're creating? The legacy that your family will carry on, your children and your children's children. What would you say is the real value of legacy? I believe that it's wrapped in faith, hope, and love. I believe we honor this concept of legacy with the way we choose to live our lives. And one of the greatest inspirations of my life was my maternal grandmother, Pearl Purnell Agatha Roden. She left her earthly body on December 15, 2015, at 98 years young. She was so full of wisdom, and as the matriarch of my family, she was the vessel that God used to shape my life's philosophy, spiritual walk, and the inspiration I move with when I'm on stages impacting other people's lives. Not a day goes by that we do not miss her. And when you lose someone you love, only God can fill that void. But their spirit never dies. You honor them by how you live your life. So here's what's been growing on since my grandmother received her heavenly wings, and how God has used her legacy to empower this new action and keep me moving forward with my marching orders to transform the world I've been commissioned to reach. On August 16, 2016, my book, Action, Despite the Distractions, 7 Life Lessons on How to Thrive and Live Your Destiny Now, was launched. It was on the eve of what would have been my grandmother's 99th birthday. This book was intended to help my audience conquer achievophobia, the fear of success. Achievophobia is real. Fact check me. And what's so interesting is that the fear of success is even more dangerous than the fear of failure. It will keep you paralyzed. And this book delivers tactical lessons on how to handle 7 of the most prevalent distractions that try to interrupt your ability to fulfill your destiny and create your own legacy. Things like lack of belief, procrastination, disorganization and lack of focus, toxic people. That one is a juicy chapter. Fear, ego, and selflessness. And when we launched this book, it was a full house, standing room only. I could feel my grandmother's presence in the room as I signed and autographed copies, as I shared excerpts from the book that was all inspired by the lessons that she learned, and some not in an easy way, because the things that we grow into don't always come wrapped in a bow. But the good news is, once we have breath, there's hope, and once there's hope, there's life. And then 1 year later, we hosted a legacy celebration on what would have been her 100th birthday. Our theme was honoring the legacy, and we celebrated her 100th birthday in heaven. I had the opportunity to interview the current matriarch of our family on my maternal side, my Aunt Phyllis, and we had such a great time recalling all of the lessons that she learned from my grandmother and has also shared with the family. And then I had a chance to interview the woman who was responsible for bringing me into the world. What a joy that was. My beautiful mother. And we also had the younger generation present so they can hear a little bit of what is being passed on to them, how we're protecting the legacy. And we rounded off the schedule that day with a wonderful interview with one of my faithpreneurs, Winnie Birch, who has such an amazing testimony of faith and resilience. Because here's what I know. It's easy to talk about faith when everything is going well. But where's your faith when you seem to have hit rock bottom, when it feels like maybe the bottom is falling out, when you can't see the footprints in the sand and have to trust and know that God is carrying you? And Winnie shared her story of how she's been conquering 4th stage colon cancers when the doctors might have had different ideas of what the outcome would have been. She has relied on her faith to carry her through, and then not just to create sadness, because when you talk about your challenges, sometimes people get sad or they want to pity you or feel sorry for you. No, she's standing in her faith and sharing her story to help other people and actually save other people's lives by inviting them to go and have their colonoscopies and to get checked and to be aware of how we can live a healthier life if we just have the right information. So it was a perfect way to celebrate my grandmother's 100th birthday in heaven. But you might be saying, well, what is a faithpreneur? You're mentioning that Winnie is a faithpreneur and you're working with these faithpreneurs. Well, faithpreneurs are simply faith-based entrepreneurs with a fidelity to God in organizing, managing, and owning a business, or faith-based professionals looking to add another stream of income to their personal economy and or retirement. Because let's face it, the way the world is going, retiring from a job might not give you all of the resources you need to live a comfortable life after working so hard. So this year, we are hosting the Faithpreneur Weekend 2K18. We're taking the principles penned in my book and converting them into a solid action-based conference experience that you will come away with the foundations, the action plans, and the key pillars needed to successfully sustain the industries that you have entered. This is going to be true work, no fluff. You'll come in one way, but you're going to leave being in action. And the most powerful aspect is that you will experience firsthand how to do it God's way, using faith-based practices and principles while building your personal economy, edifying those that you're called to reach through a working relationship with a fidelity to God. So it's not that you can't have abundance or do amazing things. Faithpreneurs just choose to do it with the element of faith and understanding that our lives are an opportunity to see the fulfillment of God's grace, mercy, fulfilled through our actions, through our products, through our services, through our programs, and we're able to do it in a way that invites other people to want to explore it for themselves. So we don't sit in the judgment corner because that's not productive. What we do is choose our free will to understand that we can be bold, beautiful, and walk in faith, not fear, and knowing that what we've been given, the thing that is on the inside of you, your book, your product, your service, your process that you are sharing in the global marketplace will make our world better. Because faithpreneurs stand out as change agents. They're the entrepreneurs who identify faith as a core value. And let's admit that it takes a certain amount of grit, determination, and faith to believe that your business idea will work. So faithpreneurs are enterprising individuals who dare to disrupt the marketplace with innovative solutions, products, services, and improve our global marketplace. So if this is you, this Faithpreneur Weekend 2K18 is something that you will definitely enjoy. You're going to be able to come in and work through the 3 foundational principles of work that we're going to be doing at this conference. But let me just explain to you a little bit of the overview, and then I'm going to go into the revenue, the resources, and relationships that we are planning for you. We're opening up with a wonderful legacy gala Thursday, August 16th, and that is going to honor some of my mentors who have poured into my life, the individuals who have made a difference in helping to form and shape this platform that I have. Les Brown, Vera Moore, Jewel Diamond Taylor, Dr. Emma Fraser Pendleton, Linda Clemens, Dr. George C. Fraser, Dr. Joel P. Martin, and one surprise honoree. We're going to have an amazing night. Funds are going to be raised towards the nonprofit organization that we are going to create for the legacy work that will continue in my grandmother's memory. And then we're moving into a full day of conference work. This is not just come and hear people talk. We're getting into the real deal. Your revenue. I think it was Rita Davenport that said, money isn't everything, but it sure is up there with air. You're not in business unless you're making money. And I know I made a lot of mistakes along the way. Let me correct myself. I call them expensive learning curves on how to really create the revenue to sustain the business. So we're going to get into the nitty-gritty on how to create legacy wealth, how to build business credit, how to use same as cash credit card processing and avoid all those extra fees, how to retire with options, and do the things that you love to do. So if this is you and you're in that space in your business where you know you need to scale up a little bit more, you need to create more revenue streams, you need to be serious about how you're positioning yourself for the glory days of your life, that you can have evergreen income coming in to allow you to live the life that you want and that God designed for you, then this is for you. Then we're going to get into the resources. Here's where I waited too long to learn about the correct systems in business and how to automate so that you can work smarter, not harder. How to protect your intellectual property, because people will repurpose in a minute. Hello, somebody. How do you protect the work that you've invested in, your intellectual property? And we're going to get into mastering your media, how you're presenting yourself out in the world. And then relationships. If you've ever heard me talk before, you know I speak about you cannot do this thing called life alone. You can try, but you won't successfully succeed unless you know how to strategically build collaborative, achievement-driven relationships. So we're going to get into the power of joint ventures, how you can grow faster. If the big corporate 500s, 50s, 100s can come together and do joint ventures to increase their bottom line, so can you. How can you take advantage of minority and women-owned business certification? How can you use LinkedIn and other online platforms to increase sales, not just network? And how do you build your power team? How do you know when to hire? So these are the three main areas of Faithpreneur Weekend 2K18. And then we have some bonuses. We're going to have a fun panel on Your Anointing Looks Good on You, featuring Macy's, Bloomingdale's, the Brownstone, and possibly Charles Tewitt. We're going to have an Honoring Your Temple panel talking about healthy lifestyles for the busy faithpreneur. How do you fit it all in one day? And the real truth about diet and exercise and building stamina for your journey and finding that inner peace. Every day is a work in progress. Every day we're doing our best to create the next best version of who we are so that we can contribute to our global marketplace in a meaningful way. So here's what I know. If you know this is your time, if you know this is your winning season, if you know that you are moving according to your divine assignment, but you just need a little bit more help, you just need to be in the right community of individuals, you just need confirmation on the thing that you know and the extra push to hold you accountable to getting it done, that it's time for you to take action. Because the distance between your dreams and your reality is called action. That's why I wrote the book, Action, Action, Despite the Distraction. So join us this August 16th through 18th for Faithpreneur Weekend 2K18. We look forward to having you join us. We look forward to working together and really putting in the work to create the traction of 2018 being your best year yet. This is your time. This is your winning season. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is Dr. Stacy, wishing you an amazing life, and I look forward to being a part of your journey. Bye-bye for now, and see you in the NYC.